Hi everyone, this is Janice, the Craftin Geek, and today I know it's been a while since I've made a video for everyone. Kind of took the summer off. Oh, you might hear some thunderstorms in the background. It's raining again here in Pennsylvania. So anyway, I wanted to make a really quick video and show you what I've made recently. My son is actually in the Special Olympics bowling team, is on the Special Olympics bowling team, and I wanted to make these little treat boxes, and I wanted to show you how I made them. Really simple, and I did make this without using a Cricut, so this is not for just everybody. What I did was, let me show you, I took an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and I cut it in half, and then I scored it, and this is called a 2, 4, 6, 8 box. Actually, let me do it this way. 2, 4, 6, 8 box. What you do is, it's 8.5 by 5.5, and you score it at 2 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches, and 8 inches. And then you turn it, and you score it at 8. And what that gives you is let me get my scoreboard out of the way. It gives you a really easy box. And then you fold all of your score lines, and then you cut each of the flaps along here. So it'll give you 4 flaps. And then there's one little piece right here. You want to cut that small rectangle. You can't miss it. It's the smallest rectangle. And what it does is it gives you a flap. And then for all of these boxes, now I made 50 of them, over 50. I just used my ATG gun. And I'm going to have a little trick for you. I put tape on the on the small tab. Then I flipped it over. And the one that I just put the tape on, that particular flap, leave that with no tape on it. But with the others, all I did was run my ATG gun down, and what it does is basically you're gluing them all together again, and then you just snap it apart. And that quick, everything's taped. So now, we're going to put this box together. And here we go. Really simple. Just line it up. And I use my bone folder, and I just put it in there just to make sure that it's sealed down tight. Then I take my flaps, the one that has no tape on it. You see this has no tape? Just flip that in, and then the opposite one, just flip it down, and then the 2 other ends, and it makes the bottom of your box. I wouldn't worry about not using something stronger, because you're only putting a little bit of candy in this, so it should be really simple and lightweight, so I won't worry about the extra glue. Then this box is where it becomes a little unique. You just take, and you go like this, take all 4 of them, all 4 sides, and then take your pointer fingers and just push them in. And it creates this almost like a milk carton. Do you see now? Remember when you were in school, they used to give out, okay, I'm speaking my age here, showing my age, they would give these little cartons of milk. I think they still have them. And then I used a crimper, and I put the edges in there. Oops, went the wrong way. And, okay. Forgive me if the angle is off. There we go. Let me do it this way. And I crimped it down, and I just rolled it back and forth a little bit. You can see. And what it does is it creates this little, almost like a milk carton right there. The next step I did was I took my hole puncher, and I took the largest out of my crocodile. I took the largest hole punch, and just going to punch a hole. I hope you can see this. And I just punched 2 little holes on that. Let me get this out of the way. And 2 holes, you see right there. And then I took yarn, just plain yarn. The reason I used yarn is, and I just use this. This is just 1 pound of just generic 100% acrylic white yarn. And I did that because I had so many to make. I didn't want to use really expensive ribbon for the little box. So, and I'm just going to feed it through and feed it through again. Now, what I'm doing here is, what I like about this is, if you look, when you fold them in and punch the holes, it captures the 2 ends, the sides. So it almost creates a little bit of a paper bag. And then, and I'm just going to pull it just like that, and it just pulls it closed. Really cute. And then I'm going to create a bow. Simple bow. I'm not even tying a knot because I want them to be able to get into the bag and then open it easily without the knots, and then close it back up if they choose to. And that's the bag. Really simple. And then I have a little decorative device. And actually I'll be able to reopen these and put treats in later. Now, the next thing I did was I used my, from EK Success, I used my punch. I'm not sure what this is, what design this is, but it's almost like a pretty tag. And you can also use your Cricut for this if you have a lot, and you can just make multiple, any shape. You can even just use a rectangle. You don't need to use this. Any shape that you really like, you can use. And then what I did was I went through and I had some Halloween stamps. And this is my set that I used. And this is from Heidi Grace. And it was a stamp set that I used. And there was a spider web. And there's also a stamp that says Trick or Treat. And I used my chalk inks. And I just inked it up. And I made a spider web. And I used just some black tuxedo, black memento. And I just stamped it. And then I used my a purple chalk ink, and I just chalked the edges. You can see it, just a little bit of a highlighting along the edge, so I just kind of chalked the edge. And then what I've done is, and these stamps are actually, the stamp pads are from Studio G. I bought them for $1, I think at either Michael's or AC Moore. And then the inspiration for this was this. How many people have these? Okay, do you know what these are? These are those little party favor, you put them in party favors. They're all the little, I call them the sprinklies, confetti. They come in all different ones. And I'm going to be honest, I don't remember where I got these and why I had these. It must have been from a very long time ago, and I found them tucked into one of my craft drawers. And so what I did was, I found these purple ones, and that's why I kind of pulled the purple in. Found these purple spiders. How cute are these? Look at these little purple spiders. And I'm going to pull out a handful so you can see. See, they're just little purple spiders. Shiny. Who doesn't love shine? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one of these purple spiders on, and I'm just going to use a little tiny glue dot. And I'm just going to, actually what I did was I rolled it off and then just picked it up. Whoops. And then I'm going to place it. And there is my tag. How cute is that? Whoops. Get confetti away. And then I use another glue dot. Now remember, don't make these all crazy having them where you have them where they'll be glued forever, because they're going to be ripped apart. They just want what's inside of them. And I just put a glue dot, stuck it on there. I'll stick some candy in there, and then I actually made a whole bunch of these. Took me a couple of days, but I did them. And that's my trick-or-treat boxes. Made piles of them. And my husband will be taking my son to his bowling night, and they will be giving them out on, I think it's the bowling night before Halloween. So have a wonderful Halloween. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will be bringing more videos to you again in the future. And here you go. There's a little bit of a close-up of the box. I will have another picture within my blog of the pile of them, so you can see them all and how nice they look all together. And have a wonderful day. And remember to visit me at the craftinggeek.blogspot.com for more crafting projects in the future. And have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.